A warm welcome to nonconceptualmeditation.org. I'm the director of the site and your host, Cesar Bujosa. Welcome. Today is June 29th, 2020, and the world is in a historically profound change resulting from the COVID-19 pandemic. We can anticipate some changes in world culture that will perhaps lead humanity to be more sensitive to ecological realities. And it's a very fine way of looking at the human condition as we recognize that our environmental context and ourselves are not divorceable. We have the sense that we are independent agents operating in an environment that's radically distinct from ourselves, and this simply is not the case. It's equivalent to attempting to feel distinct from your own intestines. In other words, we are not distinct from the sun and from the water and from the environment in any way. No environmental context, no self. So we recognize that we are not substantial. Human beings or creatures are not substantial. All creatures are relational. And this is, in a sense, pointed to with ecological awareness. We are the ecology. So this is a significant change that many of us hope for, that the world will become more sensitive towards our environment and treat it as ourself. And this is, to some extent, revelation. Our site has to do with, of course, meditation. We are interested in developing Christian-oriented meditation practitioners and teachers. And the meditation process is remarkable and wonderful. And it provides profound possibilities for unanticipated growth and self-actualization. How? Well, breaking us out of old ideas about who we are and what our relationship is with the objective field, our environment, other people, minerals, plants, and other creatures. So this site is a center for interested people who are journeying towards realization, towards actualization, towards mystical development. And thus our site has three related parts, and these three parts support the meditative process by providing necessary insight and also an avenue for realization and the possibility of becoming a Christian-oriented meditation teacher who can lead people to full enlightenment. All right, and I'm sure there are many talented meditators out there who will surpass my modest abilities to communicate. Our site has a meditative practice called non-conceptual meditation. It is an application of centering prayer. Centering prayer is non-dual meditation. and it is the portal to divine communion and a remarkable expansion of human potential. The second part of our site has to do with anxiety reduction. We learn to identify maladjusted coping modes that may be a result from early frustrations or trauma. These coping modes tend to be maladjusted in that they arrest development, they capture the full attention of the intellect, and people get stuck in that phase of their growth. They become caught up, for example, in judgment, and then trapped, for example, in anger for the rest of their life, and folks can continue to judge the world as right and wrong. Well, this is not wrong to judge. However, we can really get stuck. Why? Because it is inconsistent with the universe, which is indivisible. Nature is what is going on, and folks do need to arrive at a perspective that is non-dual to radically accept things as they are. We can work more effectively changing unwanted outcomes when we recognize that the unwanted elements in our life are being delivered by nature itself. In a sense, no one is to blame. We need to move forward in our navigation, and navigating towards an ecological justice, and of course based in compassion. And compassion, you might won't be surprised to hear, cannot be taught. It needs to be realized. Meditation also, the art of teaching meditation must be realized, because it is non-dual. So the practitioner who is interested in becoming a teacher must investigate the meditative placement of attention and allow something wonderful to happen to him or her, an awakening that is not manipulatable. You know, it's pretty much like rain. It happens from the point of view of nature itself. So the anxiety reduction part of the site is important because it gives us a methodology of identifying maladjusted coping modes, maladjusted values, and interrupting them, accepting them, and then transcending them, allowing for ongoing growth and transformation. Lastly, we look at the enlightened person who points to the meditative placement of attention, and we focus on the enlightened Catholic priest Meister Eckhart, and reading his confessions and teachings help us to find the meditative placement of attention. Well, I thank you very much for visiting our site. We have ongoing live meditation. Come in, begin practicing, train yourself as a teacher, and share the beautiful gift that is contemplation and enlightenment. Thank you.